John Lord Bird, it's good to be speaking with you today. We're here to talk about cash, and I'm interested in speaking to you about cash in the context of your early years, which were not easy. We're actually standing outside the Houses of Parliament. We're across the road from Victoria Gardens, and apparently you used to sleep rough in Victoria Gardens.
I used to sleep rough in Victoria Gardens, which is just over there, at a time when they had a higher fence, or I was a lot smaller. I was about 15, and I was a runaway, running away from the police who wanted to put me away for crimes that now you would just, you'd give somebody probation or something. So I used to sleep over there. And now my office, which is up there, I can look into the gardens where
you used to
62 years ago I slept rough.
And what led to your being there? And tell us a little bit about the context of your background. I believe you became homeless at a very young age. You lived in an orphanage. You ended up in prison as a teenager. How important was cash to you during those times and in escaping those situations?
Well, I was always after cash, and I was largely after cash illegally. I was trying to steal cash. The real problem, obviously, is the family I came from weren't very good at looking after their money. So there was no bank accounts or no post office accounts. And my mother and father would spend whatever money they had. So there was always a shortage of cash. And there was never a mention of a check or things like that. You might get a check from somebody, but then you would immediately cash it. So cash was king, cash was everything. And I'm still astonished today when you see businesses that say they don't take cash, and I can't understand why they can't do it, because it's a social right of people in poverty who need cash.
Absolutely. And there are examples that still today of people who are coming through hard times. It may be, for example, women in oppressive relationships, in slavery, and not just women, who may need to use cash to get away, to start a new life. Is there anything that you can tell us about the context of that importance? Does that reflect in your experiences as a younger person?
Yeah, I mean, the real problem for me is that when you're talking about cash, we have to realize that cash was just not available in the way that it is now because people were earning less. Things were a lot cheaper in those days. But the thing about it was everybody was strapped for cash. And the area that I was born in, the people I grew up with, and I think we're almost returning to those days when people are once more strapped for cash. And let's be honest about the need for cash. It is a need to be able to go out, pick up money and go and spend it. Yeah. And that is one of the big problems, I think, today, that we're moving away towards a cashless society.
And we shouldn't be doing so.
We shouldn't be doing it. We should have a balance. We should be able to use cash, and if you want to use your card or even pay by check, which even that has disappeared now.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.